Excellent. And everything's working as it should be. Happy days.
Mine isn't. I'm trying to upload my videos for the show, my cooking show, and it shuts down every night and shows an image of a globe over each of one of my videos. And I'm able to, it won't transfer to YouTube. I tried it this morning because yesterday in the morning it worked, but at night it didn't, same reason. And this morning it stops in the middle and says, "What's your password?" And I got to get on the show. I ain't got time for this. I have no idea. I just have a cooking show. What the heck is going on?
I don't know. The limited manpower at Google to keep things working as smoothly as they perhaps should. But by the same token, it's just an upload, right? Just upload it and that's it.
It's a 2-minute, 14-second video. My goodness.
I've got to admit, no matter what the length is, I'll always monitor and baby every upload. But then again, this is my job as opposed to something you're doing for a bit of fun with your cooking. You're not going to sit and baby every single upload, although you probably have anyway.
Well, I watch it. I look at the screen. I see the bar getting more and more full, and I'm saying, "Oh, okay, it's working." And then lately, it's like, "Sorry, failed." Well, why is it failing? I got full internet. Everything's going here. What's going on? And then show this globe image of all things to a flat earther. All I need to see is a globe image over one of my videos. That pissed me off. That pissed me off right there.
I don't think it's anything nefarious. I think it's just standard
No,
stuff.
I know. I'm just having fun with it. Why can't you show some other image?
Yeah, equal rights to maps, right? Can't you show some other models some love? Maybe the Hindu model or something? Why a globe?
Yeah, show me a turtle.
Exactly. Show me a turtle with a load of land stacked up on top of it and turtles all the way down.
For QE, we request an ice wall.
Don't encourage him.
I love it.
I said, I dropped him a comment. I can't remember which show we were both watching, but might have even been this show, i.e. yesterday's Uncut and After show, but he's in the chat. And I said, evolution's been proven. They had a meeting about it on the ice wall. Came to very, very clear terms about what evolution is. So that happened at the ice wall, and that's true because I made it myself.
That's funny. Yeah, something's working, but none of us have seen it.
It's a battle I can't be bothered with, to be honest.
It's not that important, actually, because
it's not that important. But by the same token, the important issue is kind of overarching rather than the specifics of whether or not there's an ice wall. I couldn't care less. But the point is, models are reifications, and we're on the flat Earth side. I say we in a very loose way. Are guilty equally of a reification fallacy if we take the azimuth of equidistant projection and start putting little lights above it and saying, well, yeah, that is the way it works. Here's the ice wall, and here's the... And you go, what? Hold on. It sounds like you were all guilty of reification.
That's one of the things that I like about your description. Since none of us know for sure, because they won't let us down there, and we haven't explored it, and there's no validation from third parties, second parties, etc. We can only make a model, which is again what the Globers do, and then we can reify the model. But someone's going to say, "Well, how do you know it's that?" So I don't know, but I think this is my best guess. Well, it's okay to say it's your best guess, but you can't say you know. So if we're going to talk about what we know, then none of us know, because none of us have been down there to explore it enough to know if it is an ice wall or a mountain range or something else. We just know the water is not falling off an edge of anything. That's all we know.
It's part of a big game, as far as I can tell. So force flat earthers to have their own reified model with very severe failings and limitations, and then force them to represent that as an alternative explanation, so that you can have a false dichotomy presented to anybody who challenges the current model. So if anybody comes along and says, right, the globe model's wrong, the first question across the challenger in terms of the globe believers' position would be to say, what's your explanation? How do you explain this? Now, it was only late in the game that I figured out that I don't have to actually provide anything to anybody ever to demolish their argument. based on the heliocentric rhetoric, it wouldn't work for A, B, and C reasons. Well, what would be the explanation for that particular part of the model? I don't know. I haven't got a clue. No idea. But I know it's not working the way the heliocentric model says. And here's why.
Yeah, like the gas pressure, impossible without containment. Well, it's very simple. I don't have to prove it in the sense of a dome or anything. I just know gas pressure needs containment. It's a violation of natural law if it doesn't work that way. Now, you are claiming we're next to the vacuum of space without any kind of membrane or containment. And please demonstrate that in the real world. Well, I can't. Well, what's yours then? How do you explain yours? I go, the antecedent for gas pressure is something walls to push against. So there has to be containment.
But you don't even have to go that far. You can. When people used to chat, I used to have fun with it to the point where I'd get them declaring with great venom and anger what my position should be. And I'm like, I don't have to give you my position. Well, are you saying there's a... No, I'm not saying there's anything. I haven't got a clue. I don't know. Don't know what sky is. I haven't got a clue. However, I know it's not a vacuum. Bye goes your religion of a sky vacuum called outer space. And that's really all that's critical. That's the current religion. I'm not going to be the arbiter of the new religion. You know, I'm not really a flat earth evangelist. I'm not out to convert people. You know, I'll leave that to Spurs.
Oh, please don't. Well, like for example, models. You got, let's say, a 66 Mustang, all right? And they decide they're going to make a little plastic model of it. Well, you have the real thing, and then they do it to scale, and it says it on the box. Now, I've never seen an actual Enterprise spaceship that's warp speed and everything else that they make the Star Trek Enterprise. That's in someone's imagination. At least with a 66 Mustang and the plastic version of it to scale for a kid to build is based on the reality. You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah, my firstborn's named after a 67 Mustang Fastback GT500 Shelby. Eleanor.
Okay, there. So you're well into it then. Yeah,
Eleanor.
so it's like
That's
like
the name
you
of that
said,
car.
you don't have to come up with an answer. You just know what it's not.
Yeah, you don't have to provide a just so story in the face of someone else's just so story you're taking to pieces. If someone's coming up with a lie, for whatever reason, if you phrase it this way, it's intentional. If somebody's lying and you pick apart their lie and they say, well, what's your explanation? You go, I don't bloody know. Oh, well, I wasn't even there. Who cares what my explanation is? I know that you're lying, and here's how. But this weak position that people are put into when it comes to a model of the world is to say that suddenly the person who challenges the current religious belief about the world being a spinning sphere has to come up with an alternative, fully working model to rebut any claim that is the current rhetoric. It's like, no, you don't. There's no necessity to do any of that.
Reminds me of Job 38 and 39 when I read that on your show last year, where God is talking to Job and say, here, be a man and listen to what I'm going to say to you. Where were you when and God goes through all of his creation acts, and Job is humbled at the end. He says, I'm nothing. So I know I'm a being, and I know I came from being. I know I can't come from non-being because I can't be greater, meaning I'm the cause, the effect, not the cause, but the effect, than the cause. I can't be greater than the cause. So non-being doesn't produce being. And so it's very simple for me to know there is a creator just because of creation. There's a building, someone made it. There's life before it. It's pretty simple.